Take it to a section of the pool where you're not near any of those returns. Basically, because it's pumping fresh sanitized water back in the pool, you want the most accurate reading possible. Take it, stick it in the water. Normally I'm going down about elbow length. Hold it there for 5 seconds. When you pull it out, hold it flat. Don't hold it up and down. They'll be bleeding together in color.
Okay.
Wait about 10 seconds, let it finish changing colors before you start checking. However, if you wait too long and then start checking, it's just going to keep changing colors. Whenever I get ready to look at it and compare it, I hold it between the blocks so that way I can see if it's lighter in color or darker in color. And I'm also going to use the sunlight to help me out a little bit more.
Okay.
That way I can kind of be as accurate as possible with my readings. Just go down them one by one, see where everything's at. After I get done doing this, if I have the chemical in the van to add it and adjust it, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So that way it gives you one of two options. One, you can go get the chemicals you need to adjust and do everything yourself. Or two, you can hire somebody that's going to do every bit of this for you.
Do you have to check the water in the spa separate from the pool, or it's all the
Never
same?
test the water in the spa.
Okay.
Anytime you test water, always in the pool.
Okay.
Just
This
that
is
way.
the turn right here.
Yep. I was about to say normally I'll go to about the middle of the pool somewhere right here, just because I know there's no returns right here. Like I said, I'm just going to give it another 10 seconds to let it finish changing colors. Then I can hold it up to the bottle and see where everything's at. Let's see. So your very first one is your calcium. You want it to be between that 250 and that 500.
It looks closer to low.
I was about to say you look
Between
like you're
low
at
and very
100.
low. Yeah.
You look like you're at 100, which is what I expected. Brand new pools like this new, they're gonna test about 100. Just because it tests at 100 doesn't mean run out and get calcium flakes and start adding it. Wait till you get to that 30-day mark, then start slowly adding it. 1-2 pounds at a time, add it to the pool, wait a week, test it again. If you need to add more, add more. That way you have full control over it, don't get it too high, and then have to drain water out.
Okay.
Next thing in line is your total chlorine. The lower the better here. You look like you're at about a 0, maybe a 0.5, so that's absolutely perfect. Never need to know how to raise it, only how to lower it. The darker green it is, the more bacteria is in this water. Next in line is your free chlorine. This is the one that keeps your pool from turning cloudy and green. You want it anywhere between the 0.5 and the 5. This is all pure preference, so like I said, as you're swimming in the pool and testing the chemicals, you're going to get to know where you want it within those ranges. My suggestion, during the summer, try to keep it close to a 3. During fall and winter, that's when you can run it at a 0.5 to a 1. If this free chlorine level gets too low and you need to raise it, chlorine tabs in the system. If it gets too high, lower the numbers or take all of them out.
So that would indicate that we need to put more tabs in the system?
Yes, ma'am. So what I'm going to do today before I leave, one of the things I'm going to add is those chlorine tabs to kind of bring that up a little bit.
Okay.
Next thing in line is your pH. You want it to be between a 7.2 and a 7.8 at all times. You look like you're just barely above that. So one of the other things I'm going to add today is muriatic acid. Bring that level down a little bit.
Okay.
That way it's not affecting the plaster, you or your kids when they go swimming, or the chunk of copper in the middle of the heater. Next to last thing in line is your total alkalinity. You want this to be between an 80 and a 120. You look like you're slightly above that. So when I add that muriatic acid, it's going to bring that down to within range as well too. Last thing in line is your stabilizer. You want it to be between that 30 and that 50. I told you to ignore it for the first 60 days, and that's why. You get a high pH reading, By the time you get down here, this thing's going to tell you you're already at that 30 to 50 range. I can tell you there's no way that you've had enough tabs in that pull long enough to get it to that range. I can tell you right now it's more at a 0.
Okay.
So just for
And that's just because it's been sitting for this amount of time?
that could be the other part of it.
Excuse me.
So